Hello everyone, it's Rhea Peterson. Welcome back to my channel. I hope that you are ready for a cozy evening of cleaning up and doing some fun DIYs. I've got some Halloween crafts that I want to do. Every once in a while I get the bug to do something, and I was feeling ghosts this time. So I am going to show you the 3 crafts that I made, and I'm also going to be tidying up my home for the evening and spending some time with my husband. If you are new here, I'm so glad you are here. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel for more fun videos, and let's get started. So we are in the wind down time of the day. I am cleaning up dinner. My kids are helping, getting ready to go upstairs and do their bedtime routine with their dad. I am always very happy when I do a crock pot meal because there's very minimal cleanup. I had found some frozen soup in the freezer from a while ago that needed to be used, and so I cooked that up and made some bread, and we are just enjoying the evening as we clean up, having fun, and trying to also keep things calm. I don't know about you, but there's something about bedtime that flips a switch with my kids, and they almost get more crazy even though they are exhausted from the day. Connor was doing double duty. He was getting the kids through their routine and also helping me. He is going to take the compost bowl out to the yard waste bin while I finish up getting the dishwasher loaded and washing the dishes. I love making sure that my kitchen is tidy before I go to bed. It is not an every night thing, but I know that I always am so much happier when I come down in the morning to a clean kitchen, so I do try to prioritize it as much as I can with my crazy family and our schedule. One thing with my crock pot is I always end up having to soak it a bit, and this Dawn Power Wash has been a lifesaver. So while that soaked, I dried the dishes that I had already washed, and now it is all ready to scrub, and it was so much easier to get all of the kind of burnt on bits that come on around the edges when I use my crock pot. This crock pot lid actually broke, and I have since replaced the whole crock pot, but this one especially ran really warm, so I would always end up with kind of burnt on bits around the edges. The food was always really good, but it did get like exceptionally warm. So the Dawn Power Wash did a really good job of getting it all clean. But now that the dishes are all done, I am going to scrub out the sink. I'm using the pink stuff tonight. I do really love using this stuff, and I'm using my Scrub Daddy to scrub everything out, and then I'll wash it again with a little bit of soap to get any leftover residue, and then do my favorite thing, which is a few drops of essential oils in the garbage disposal to keep my sink smelling so fresh.
Oh, I wanna be with you. Oh, I wanna be with you. Let me be that someone who can hold your hand. I don't even know if you can understand how you make me feel. I got you in my head. Oh, I wanna be with you. Oh, I wanna be with you. Be with you. Be with you. Be with you. without you by my side. Let me feel your love again. Just the two of us, and we could stay up all night, kissing under streetlights, doing what we want to, doing what we need to do, staying up all night. Everything is alright. Oh, I wanna be with you. Oh, I wanna be with you. Let me be that someone who can hold your hand. I don't even know.
Well, now that all of the dishes are washed and put away, we only have a few more things to do before we get to the crafting. I don't know if you're here for the crafting or for the cleaning or both, but I am so glad that you are here. And I just thought I would take a second to reintroduce myself. My name is Rhea Peterson, and I have been married to my husband Connor for about 14 years, and we have 3 kids, 2 boys and a girl, ages 10, 7, and 3, although she will be 4 in about a week from making this video. And we also have a dog named Harley. She's a black lab and she is 11. She's getting pretty old, but I am obsessed with her, and she usually makes cameos in nearly every video that I make. I am a certified personal trainer. I have an NASM certification. I love teaching group fitness classes, and I love talking nutrition. And meal prep videos are one of the many videos that I do upload on a pretty regular basis. I love talking food, health, and just ways to work in movement to your day, and just kind of being a healthy mom. We can get really, really busy with life, and our health seems to always end up kind of being set aside. So I do try to work in ways to stay healthy and energized and motivated to take care of myself so that I can be present for my kids. And I enjoy sharing that with all of you. So thank you so much again for being here. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe. But we are almost done cleaning up. We're just going to tidy up the floors and the living room, and then we can get started with those spooky crafts.
Hey, I heard you got a new best friend. Yeah, it hurts a bit, I won't pretend that it doesn't matter that you're with someone else. In a way, that's how it's supposed to be. If I'm unable to make you happy, then it's for the better that you are not with me. That's why I wrote you a letter, 'cause you see, I write so much better than I speak. And I need to tell you, you were my best friend till the end. I hope I'll be happy without you, but right now I don't know what to do. It's hard to get over, you chose someone else, a new best friend. Doesn't feel like it was long ago. We were head over heels in love, thought it'd last forever, but somehow we got lost.
Now that everything is cleaned up, it is time to craft. And I do want to preface that I am no master crafter by any means, but I do enjoy making things, and I figure if I can do it, anybody can do it. So we are starting off with these cheesecloth Halloween ghosts. The second I saw them, I thought, gosh, those would be really cool on my mantle, and they did not disappoint. It's minimal supplies. You just need liquid starch, some pipe cleaners, and cheesecloth, and then a jar for whatever size ghost you want to make. It's kind of a hodgepodge. I had a flower vase and 2 mason jars, and I made it work with what I had. Oh, and balloons to make the head. So this one came together really quickly. There's a little bit of trial and error with it, especially with the first one, and I should have done one of the smaller ones first, but the first one did work out. You just take your pipe cleaner, you stick it on the top to kind of make the arms, and the arms will hold up the cheesecloth to kind of give it a little bit of shape. And the tutorial that I followed, she actually made this really adorable banner for her little ghost to hold. It was so cute. But once you get like your little skeleton or body shaped, you then get your cheesecloth. I tested mine first to see roughly how much I would need, and I did make mine a little bit thinner. You can double it up. You can make it as thick or as thin as you want, although the thinner you go, the more precarious it is. Like, it won't stand up as easily. But I figured out roughly the size and length of cheesecloth that I needed, got that all measured out and cut, and then moved on to the liquid starch. Okay, so now we are with the liquid starch, and I did my big one first, and the only thing that I did wrong, I think I squeezed out too much of the starch. The other two I didn't squeeze out as much, and they are much more solid, but the bigger one, I over squeezed it. It was my first one, and I wasn't sure about how much I needed to leave in there, but it does still stand up, and it does look really, really cute. But it was really easy. The only thing that I would suggest is if you have sensitive skin, maybe wear some gloves. I have sensitive skin and my hands were kind of itchy when I finished, so wear some gloves. But once you form it, it's really easy to kind of shift around and move around, and then you just let it dry overnight, and they turned out so cute. I'll show you at the end how they turned out again. But now we're doing the clay tea light ghosts. This one especially would be a really fun one to do with my kids. I have ADHD, so crafts and things I usually try to troubleshoot a little bit before I do with them, because I kind of get frazzled or I'll miss a step and I kind of need quiet to concentrate. But this one my kids would love, and they were so excited when they saw them when they came down. And I did make sure I had enough clay so that we could do it together. Like, all the supplies, I bought enough for us to make. But I just grabbed some jars of different sizes. My husband got one of his sockets from his tools to make the smaller one, but you just roll the clay out, you lay it over. I probably should have made them a little bit shorter, but then I just used a metal straw for the eyes and the mouth, and that's it. Just 3 different sizes, so cute. They took a little bit to dry, but they turned out great. And then finally, the garland. I am not done with this yet. I'm making 2, one for my boys' room and then one for Alice. I started with Alice's room, but this one is a really nice one to do. Like, I'm sitting with Connor, we're watching a show, hanging out, and just kind of doing it mindlessly. So you take your cardboard to the size of the tassel you want. Mine's 4 inches, and then you wrap the yarn. I did it about 45 times around, secure it under all of the string. I had to make my cardboard a little bit shorter. It was getting too hard to wrap it around. But once I wrapped it around the 45 times, again, I just trimmed it. I'm going to secure it under all the other yarn, and then you take a piece of string, cut probably like 3 to 4 inches to put across the top. This one, I've done it 2 different ways now. When I was making it initially, I did not knot it at the top. I just crisscrossed it. And then tightened it once I'd pulled all of the strings off. So if you watch, I hold it with one hand, I trim the other side of the string to make the tassel bottom, and then I secure it all the way nice and tight. Once you do that, you flip it in. The knot should be on the inside. I left it on the top for some reason. But then you take another piece of string, wrap it around the top. You can make the head as big or as little as you want. Make that nice and tight, and that is the body of your little ghost. And while I was doing this, Connor was making little felt eyes for it. I am going to go back and maybe make them a little bit smaller, but he is working on the eyes while I make the garland. So I just have some twine, a big needle, and then I'm using these wood beads to go in between because I thought it would look really cute. and I got all of my supplies at Michael's, but I will link all of the same stuff on Amazon for you in the description box, along with all of the tutorials that I had found for these crafts so that you can learn from the experts. But once I strung those up, I just super glued the little felt eyes on. Again, I'm going to make them smaller. They ended up just a little bit big, but we weren't sure yet what we were feeling. So it was a really easy thing to just snip them off with some tiny scissors after the fact. But that is it. So I'm going to get these eyes glued on and I'll show you the garland, and then I will show you how everything turned out. Okay, well, here are our two completely finished crafts of the night. I just put some little flickering LED tea lights under these little ghosts, and then for the cheesecloth ghosts, I put some bigger LED candles with some felt eyes, and they turned out so good. I hope that you try out these crafts. Let me know in the comments if you try them, what you think, what are your favorite things that you have made for Halloween. Let me know. But otherwise, that is all that I have for you. Thank you again so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Again, make sure you're subscribed to the channel for more videos, and I'll see you next time. Bye.